There are some triggering topics in this video. Please read the warnings on screen. FYI, this is not scripted at all and is coming straight from my heart or mind or something like that. Recently being brought into some controversy by two YouTubers in specifics, Star and Uzame. I think that's how you pronounced Uzame. I'm really sorry if I don't pronounce it right. Me and Uzame are on good terms now, so I'm not going to be mentioning them unless it's very, very important. But Star, on the other hand, I think I am still on bad terms with, and I don't think I really want to be on good terms with them since they're not a good person. Part 1, Star's hypocrisy. Star is shown to be a huge, huge hypocrite, which they have admitted to and are fully aware of. Now, before you ask, oh, I thought you're a hypocrite too. I know. And realistically, I am trying to change and be better. So that's why I'm hyper aware of it. But Star, on the other hand, does not want to make any attempt to change at all, and he has shown that time and time again. I've already mentioned this, and I really thought it was like a nothing burger until another commentary YouTuber, or I think commentary, I don't really know, and I'm so sorry if I got like your type of content wrong. It's the only video you've posted if you see this, called Shots, or I think that's what their name is. Sorry. They made a commentary saying that they ignore Jelly's boundaries, which I had also pointed out, but I just chose to not really mention again because I thought maybe it was a bit too, like, nitpicky or, like, clutching at paper straws, but no. Digging more into it, I realized that was a serious thing, and also another, shown example of Star's hypocrisy. Jelly's DNI was specifically mentioned, like, multiple times, of DNI House of Puso fans. If you don't know what House of Puso is, it's basically like a vent show, and I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's not really that relevant. But basically, it triggers Jelly and makes them uncomfortable, which is a totally, like, valid reason to have a DNI of these specific type of fans. Now, Star is a very obviously a House of Puso fan, you know what I mean? And they have drawn Puso, I think, a few times and had Puso as their profile picture for like a month and proceeded to ignore Jelly's boundaries time and time again, even posting about them and how much they wanted to be moot with them, and then later they complain that people are being parasocial to them, but like, come on, dude. And would then later make a community post saying, DNI House of Puso fans. I don't know what they thought when making this because they used the word hardcore. Now, I don't know what really, like, makes you a hardcore fan, but either way, Star, you are a fan of House of Puso. Like, I don't know what makes you a hardcore fan, but either way, you're still being a hypocrite because you are also a fan of the show. Another thing is, they will scream at the top of their roof that they are so against harassment and then proceed to get all their moods and themselves to harass them. Even if they don't want to acknowledge that they are harassing people, they still, like, do it. You know what I mean? When I made a video about Star, which I've already shown multiple times in another short I made, so please go check it out if you want to see it, because it's kind of important to when I'm going to get into my own drama with them. I pointed out that his fans have started to harass me because of that video. And then he said I was harassing him, which is so fucking, like, it's bullshit. That's what it is. I have never, ever harassed Star. I think maybe I have to, like, a certain extent, you know what I mean? Like, it's just borderline like, it's, like, okay. Like, it's getting to a point of harassment, but it's not harassment. I think that's how I see my actions. But either way, I will admit, I still made Star uncomfortable, and I shouldn't have done that, but blah, this is not an apology. I already posted one of those. Fuck off. I don't want this video to be too long because I want people to know what Star has done and how he is a bad person, but I also want to keep their attentions, so I'm just gonna cut it off here. But there's so, and I mean so much more, examples of Star being a huge hypocrite. Another thing is Star copying people, specifically this one creator called Leviax Angels, and it's only been 2 times, but either way, it's still super weird to exactly copy someone. And one of the examples is super, super weird. Like, what the hell? When Leviax Angels posted an event, this was all in, like, March, maybe. Later that day, Star posted a community post of event, which looked exactly like Leviax Angels. Like, full on. The only difference was their OC. And it's all, people are saying it's alleged, but Star admitted to this, and I will put the image of her, like, basically admitting to it. They said, and I quote, "I didn't know it was wrong at the time to copy events." Which, okay, I can maybe try to understand, but it's obviously just not true. Like, he's always like, "Oh my gosh, people are so immature, people are so dumb, you're such a fucking retard." Which, yes, he called me a retard, but I called him one too, so, like, yes, it's, like, valid. And this is a recent one. Around maybe 2 weeks ago, Leviax Angels posted something like a DNI saying, "If you believe misandry is real, DNI, bitch." And then, little do you know, Star posted the exact same thing, just with like a slight alteration to the wording. And why? Like, you've already copied them once and you know you're like in the wrong for that, so why would you do that? Like, what? I don't really know what to call the segment, and I don't think it's much of a big deal, but I'm still gonna make like a little section of it. Star has this like certain pattern where they will continue, they'll post like really risky things and then like make it a limited community post, so no one will ever like, if someone manages to take a screenshot of it and they post it, say, the next day when it is expired, and go, "Hey, look what Star said," people will try to see what Star said, and it won't be there because guess what? He limited it. So then that will mean people will accuse the other person of making false allegations. And I know Star is fully aware of this, because why else would you do it? And he also does it with events too, which isn't a problem. But people will go like, "Oh, well, what if it's just an event?" No, because it will literally be the most risky. It will literally be the most like dangerous thing you could ever post, like problematic worthy, and then it will be limited so you can't see it. So yeah, Star is like, okay, I don't know what to call this. Part 3 is Star like posting like every single like triggering topic under the sun. Like, Star usually posts a lot, and I mean a lot, of like things about self-harm and suicide, and I struggle with those things too, and I've like frequently expressed my feelings about them. But the thing is, I'm expressing my feelings to my friends and family. No, not family, actually, just friends. And not putting it on my very large fan base who constantly treats me like I'm a baby. Like, what? Now, I got this from Shot's video, so it's all kind of like alleged, but apparently there was a live where Star cuts themselves. Now, Shot's words exactly where you can't see anything, but you can hear it, which is still disgusting, by the way. And myself, I haven't seen the live stream, but if it is true, that is a terrible thing that you should never ever share with your fan mates. Speaking of, let's go back to the hypocrisy thing for a second, because I'm not ever going to get over that, okay? Star will complain and complain about like people not adding trigger warnings to anything, like about suicide or self-harm, but they don't do that either. Like, they start to do it now, which, like I said, is good, and like it's a sign of them improving, but still, like, it's a huge bitchy move in a way. Like, what? Another thing that I am fuming about is Star making like bullshit allegations against me just because I disagreed with him on like one thing. So this is getting to the point where it's like about me and Star's controversy. I made a video. I've already mentioned this. I'm not gonna put the video up. It's basically just like it's a bad video. Okay, I'm gonna admit I wasn't in the right. Like, I shouldn't have made that video. It's okay though. We passed it. And Star proceeded to make like fucking multiple allegations against me, and one of them just being, "Yeah, you're Vivi on an alt account." Okay. I've literally made commentary videos before, and I know they've seen it because they interacted with, like, they literally posted it on their thing. So I know they've seen it, and I know they heard like my voice and what I sound like. So how could you assume I'm Vivi because we have two totally different voices? Like, what? And one last thing, Star is addicted to like fame and stardom and shit. Get it? Get it? Star is addicted to stardom. Like, I'm the Joker, bro. And will only, and I mean only, moot popular people. Whenever someone smaller asks to be moots with them, they will just flat out say no, or be like, I'm uncomfortable, you're asking me, blah blah blah. And it is so obvious that he does not care about like actually being moots and actually being friends with people. He just wants fame and attention. Like, what? Like, what the fuck, guys? What the freakity frick? I'm gonna end the video here. There is a lot more, and I recommend watching Shot's video about it because it's so much more, like, informational. Yeah. Also, FYI, they've been, like, harassing another YouTuber called Coleslaw, which I think, wait, I don't know if we're moots or not. I think we are. I don't remember correctly. I'm sorry, Coleslaw, if you see this. And they, like, go check Coleslaw's channel out because they have much more things about, like, their side of the story. It's very, like, weird and disturbing.